time is what you find. Everybody has 24 hours.
Correct.
You like to do something, you do it. Like, for example, you're doing podcasts now. You can always say, I don't have time. You can always say there are clients there. You do what you like. I think it is COVID that has made people do all this. It's COVID that has made people to travel extensively.
Okay.
It's COVID that has made people to possibly begin to enjoy things because while everybody earlier knew that you can pop off at any time, COVID really showed that life can end at any point. I have been a writer. I happen to be in practice. I happen to teach, etc. Like somebody asked me the other day, and I said that if journalism had been a paying proposition, then post my CA, I would have gone and joined a magazine. Let me put it this way. Reading essentially needs to come while one is in school. During CA, obviously, let's not say he should read, but post CA, I think people should start reading. They should read non-fiction. They should read biographies. They should read corporate stories because it opens up their insights to what happens in the corporate world. It also shows them, biographies, for example, shows them how things are.
Example.
Tech Phoenix is essentially a story about how Satyam was turned around in 100 days. It's a book that I wrote along with Mr. T.N. Manoharan. Dr. Raju is the Chairman Emeritus of Nagarjuna Construction Company, which is called NCC Limited. Every generation faces what can be called a disruption. And there are two things that one can do. One can just moan about the disruption, say, oh, this is bad, or this is killing this is killing that. The other way to see is how to make the best use of that disruption that is happening there.
First, initially I called MP Vijay Kumar sir for interview, and without any hesitant, he told your name. Like, you both are friends for a long time. So how is your relationship and bond still going on, sir, with MPV?
First of all, if the Gen Zs are going to watch this, I'm not going to give a piece of advice at all. They'll say, oh, here is a boomer who is sitting out there throwing out some gyan. The day Sachin Tendulkar retired, a journalist asked him, what is now going to excite you? And he said, from tomorrow morning, I don't have to go to the gym. He said, no, I never liked it. I went there because I had to go there. Okay. Behind such a glamorous player, extremely successful, he has done things that he does not like, that may not be close to his heart. Success from outside looks very big.
Correct.
But behind every success, if you look at it, there is extraordinary amount of work that goes in. Whether you are a Shah Rukh Khan or whether you are a Virat Kohli.
Hello friends, welcome to Aarthi's Tax Info. ஸோ இந்த ஆர்த்திஸ் டாக்ஸ் இன்ஃபோவில் நம்ம பாட்காஸ்ட் சீரீஸ் பண்ணிகிட்ருக்கோம். உங்களுக்கு தெரியும், சேட் வித் ஆர்த்தி அப்படின்ற நேமில். ஸோ இந்த பாட்காஸ்ட் சீரீஸில் நீங்கள் கொடுக்குற சப்போர்ட் ரொம்பவே மேசிவாக இருக்குது. ஸோ இந்த சப்போர்ட் எப்போவுமே எங்களுக்கு நீங்கள் கொடுக்கணும் அப்படின்றது தான் நாங்கள் எக்ஸ்பெக்ட் பண்ணுறோம். இதே மாதிரி உங்களுக்கு ஒரு எபிசோட்லேயும் ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட் பர்சன் ஃப்ரம் அக்கௌண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஃபினான்ஸ் பேக்ரவுண்ட்லேருந்து கூப்பிட்டு அவங்களோட ஐடியாஸ் அண்ட் இன்புட்ஸ் ரிலேட்டிங் டு பர்சனல் அண்ட் பிஸ்னஸ் அப்படி தான் சொல்ல போகிறாங்க. இப்போது இன்றைக்கி ஒரு வெரி வெரி ஸ்பெஷல் guest நமக்கு வந்திருக்காங்க. So he is my guru, teacher and a chartered accountant, author. He was also a teacher. So I'm very much happy to welcome CA Pattabhi Ram sir to my show podcast series.
Thank you, Aarthi.
Chat with Aarthi. So I'm really happy, sir, to see you after several years. I was your student during 2010-11 batch. So when you were taking MAFA, and we used to come every day morning. So I used to travel from Pallavaram till Mylapore for your classes, MPV sir, and your class. So those are memorable days for us, and I'm very happy to have you in my show. So you are a partner in Yoganandh LLP, and you are also a teacher, running a founder of Prime Academy, and you also author many books. So you have different roles in your name. So how do you manage all these roles, sir? First, you can start with your practice and teaching.
Okay. Practice is something that I'm not today deeply involved with.
Okay.
Deeply involved with means I don't handle day-to-day operations. I do valuation, I do growth, and I interact with clients when they want to interact with me. That is also broadly how it has been in the last 15, 20 years.
Okay.
I think sometime in 2005, I decided I am not going to sign any financial statements. Not out of any great wisdom, but I never had the kind of comfort personally in terms of skill. Practice, therefore, is like that. I did teaching as you know, for a number of years,
Yes.
pretty long period, 6:15 to 8:45 in the morning, and similarly in the evening. It was completely accidental. Maybe we can talk about that as we go along.
Yeah.
Teaching was a part and parcel of our work. Sometime I had always been writing. I had written in the 90s for the Hindus. I had written in the business line. I had been writing for some city magazines earlier. So writing was always what I wanted to do. And between 2002 to 15, I wrote some books. But I think it was in 2016 that it really peaked up, largely because I could manage to assemble a team that works along with me.
Okay.
So that's how it is about teaching, and that's it's about writing. I think that covers the three segments.
Yeah. So you say that teaching was by accident, but when you take classes, you are always into the subject, and you get yourself involved, and you take each and everything which we can understand easily. So if teaching was by accident, how that interest got developed within you, and how did you manage to take all these years?
Okay. I think I'll start off by telling why I call that an accident. I was working in the management accounting function of a company, pretty comfortable there, but somewhere along the line, I felt terribly bored there.
Okay.
And typically for a person with my academic background and the kind of personality that I am, I don't think anyone would ever suggest that I practice.
Okay.
Practice requires a far, far more outward-looking person. But because I was bored, I thought I will try my hand at this. At that particular point in time, I went and met Mr. R. Shivakumar.
Okay.
I asked him, I told him this is what I am going to do, so I asked him, are there opportunities to teach? Or maybe I think he asked whether you would teach. I said, I am open to that. There is no great issue about it. I taught one batch, two batches, and I think that meeting with him was definitely a very defining moment in my life. I don't know whether you're aware, today actually happens to be his birthday.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock, there is a memorial lecture happening there.
Okay.
Since I had committed I'll come here, and since we are already changed one, so I told them, look, I will not come there. So what I'm trying to say is that was the accidental part of it. When I said accident, it is not that I did not like. No, I had always been into speaking right from my school days, my college debating team, etc. So it was not difficult. And this is something that I've told in 2-3 places, what I'm going to tell now. So I'll also tell that here, though I don't want the audience to misunderstand that. I had always felt that these two subjects, even when I was studying cost accounting and financial management, or what the institute once upon a time called management accounting, was something that I had read before. Okay, I always felt that, and I used to wonder, even when I was writing my cost accounting final exam, I used to wonder what is there to read in this. So while others of my batch used to slog, I would take a look at the question paper and scribble answers which were right. So I think intuitively somewhere I had the interest for that, and when I taught, I don't know whether people liked it or not, because I was not too focused that, no, this must be done focused on the exam. I was more interested that people should over time
Understand.
like it, understand it, and in the long term, that is a sign of in my view, that's the sign of a good teacher. And I think as I interact now with so many students, maybe they may or may not have liked when the classes were on because it would have looked tough to them. Today, when they work in the industry, when they see what is happening around, they're all pretty happy. So, therefore, like I said, no, while we might call it an accident, it is not that I did it, I didn't like it, and still went ahead and did it.
Okay, so as you say, when you taught in the class, it was like an MBA class for us. So
Okay.
the management level, how you work in a company, when you work in a company, how you practically apply few things. So during that time, we were wondering how we could correlate to our exams. But when you tell now, I can just imagine. I think it would be more useful in the company aspect when we are working and not like an exam point of view.
No, I will make a small difference there. I won't say that that was not useful for the exam.
No, it was not like more of exam oriented. Like when you teach, this is the main subject which is going to come in your exam. You will not take in such a
I
way
agree
that,
with that.
yeah, so this is going to be a 5-mark question, this is going to be a 10-mark question. It is not like that. So you just take a topic, you make it understand more conceptually, so that when we see the question paper, we can
Correct.
go with the flow.
And all that came from a professor in my college who, even when we were doing college, no, the questions that he used to either work in the class or set in the exams were really CA kind of level. And he used to say that is how you should learn so that when you go to the exam paper will look very simple.
Yeah. So that is the way you thought that time. So you are a founder in Prime Academy.
Correct.
So once you started taking the classes, you joined as a partner in Prime Academy, or how did that go on?
No, it started as
You
as a
initially
joint.
started
We
as
all
a
started teaching,
okay.
and we all came together. We believed that no, it was important that subjects are taught in one place.
Okay.
I think until that point in time, largely the subjects were in different places.
Okay.
While we did not say that a student must join all subjects here, we were clear that we should assemble teachers in one place and we should give it the kind of importance and effort that it requires without being what I might call quote unquote a full-time teacher. Being a full-time teacher is fine, but if you're also doing something else, like you're in industry or practice, you can then bring the richness of those things into the classroom. So to put it more bluntly, all of us who taught there looked at the classes more as a hobby. I'm not saying it was not commercial, it was definitely commercial. I'm not saying no to that. More as a hobby. For example, a client of mine used to ask me, how come you go from 6:15 and 8:45 and handle classes? So I told him 6:15 to 8 o'clock you go play golf.
Correct.
So I go hold a mic and speak. That's about how we try to explain out to them.
Okay. So when you tell about the golf, so you are also a player, like in sports.
Okay.
What you do is a pickleball. You told me that you went today and then you're back from that pickleball and squash.
Yeah.
So how did the interest develop, sir? Post the faculty thing, or initially itself you had the time to do all those things?
No, I have always believed that no, time is what you find. Everybody has 24 hours.
Correct.
You like to do something, you do it. Like, for example, you're doing podcasts now. You can always say, I don't have time. You can always say there are clients there. You do what you like. But that said, squash, I actually started playing when I was doing my CA.
Okay.
We used to go on audits to the estates,
Okay.
and that is where I got introduced to that game.
Okay. So
pick-
audits during the articles?
During the articleship.
Okay.
I was with Deloitte, so we used to go to the
Okay.
tea plantations, and that is where I was first exposed to squash.
Okay.
Pickleball is a game that has actually picked up in our country in the last 1.5 years.
Okay.
Today,
I just when you told that, then only I just googled it and I saw it was more like a tennis.
yeah, it's
right?
more like tennis.
Because that is not quite famous here.
No, I don't think you're right. You should find out.
I'm not aware actually.
Yeah.
More.
No, its popularity has jumped leaps and bounds in the last 1.5 years.
Okay.
There are squash courts in apartments today. There are people are like business. They're opening up places where people can play play pickleball.
Pickleball.
Pickleball courts are opening up in several apartments. The Times of India, for example, has taken up to propagating this sport in a very big way.
Okay.
There are national contests being held, and I think the CA Institute is also scheduled to run a contest in the run-up to the conference. I'm not too sure how it picks up, but that is how it is. So that I started playing only 6 months back.
Okay. So how the energy level you maintain the same now when you compare to your previous years, or how is your energy level, sir, while playing the sports? Because at this age, if you're going to play some sports activity, you should be physically fit. And how you maintain your physical fitness during all these years?
There are 2-3 ways of looking at it. For sure, none of us can play a percent. Even the best of guys at this age group will not be able to play against a 25-year-old. It will be difficult because, like you said, they would have the greater stamina. But the game also has a way of playing. And today, again, if you Google up or do a chat GPT, you will see that there are people in the 50 plus who are able to consistently beat people in their 20s, largely because they play a different type of game.
Okay.
More slow-paced, more placement-oriented rather than big shot kinds.
Okay.
Yes, one needs to be fit. There is no two opinion about that. But many of us go to play there not because we want to win. Many of us go to play because that will help us stay fit.
Correct.
Tennis is a virtually impossible game to play. Squash does not have too many takers, at least today, in our city. And it's wonderful to see that there are lots of people picking up this game, right from 6-7-year-old guys. Okay. In my apartment complex, for example, there are 2 people who are in their late 70s, early 80s, playing, and you will not know that they are that old.
Okay.
So that's about it. Okay. And perhaps you should also, Keelpok has pickleball courts. Okay. You should also possibly go take a look at it, and it will take you 1 week, 10 days to pick up and play.
Okay. So there are more of physical activities now being introduced for all youngsters and old age people, everyone, to keep themselves active, since all of them are sitting with the technology, phone, computer, everything. We should find some time for physical gaming as well.
That is one view, but I have a slightly different view, maybe because I'm in a different age group. I think it is COVID that has made people do all this. It's COVID that has made people to travel extensively. Okay. It's COVID that has made people to possibly begin to enjoy things, because while everybody earlier knew that you can pop off at any time, COVID really showed that life can end at any point. So that's the reason why you today see extensive travel happening. People are willing to travel across countries. They're saying, okay, saving is good, investment is good, but ultimately I should also experience. What's the point in earning money? I should also experience kind. That's the reason why a lot of travels are taking place.
So more of exploring.
And that's why people are increasingly wanting to stay fit.
Okay. And one more thing regarding the writing books. So how many books have you written, sir? Do you have the...
I don't have a count, but I think it's around 30. I think last count we did was 30.
Okay.
That includes everything. That includes all genres that I've written.
Okay. But usually when a faculty writes a book, it will be more of subject oriented. But you being a faculty, you have written more of biographies. Am I right?
No, I've written all kinds. I've written biographies. I wrote that textbook on
biographies is actually usually indifferent. Like many people, faculties write only the subject-oriented books. But biographies, I think it is out of your own personal interest you have.
Okay, let me put it this way. I'm not trying to be, what should I say? I'm not trying to pick anything on the faculty members. But writing a textbook is expressing your knowledge,
Correct.
putting your knowledge across. Writing a textbook, in my view, is not creative work.
Yes.
I'm not deriding what they do because ultimately they have to transfer what is in their head
To
to
the
what
book,
is in
yeah.
the book. There's no two opinion about that. That can also be written well. That's a completely different story. Creative writing is very different, and therefore I don't see myself as a faculty who wrote a book.
So
I
it is a
have
personal.
always I've always looked at that I have been a writer. I happen to be in practice. I happen to teach, etc. Like somebody asked me the other day, and I said that if journalism had been a paying proposition, then post my CA, I would have gone and joined a magazine.
Okay. So writing was your passion always.
Writing was what I liked
Okay.
immensely, and what came pretty naturally to me.
Okay. So how did you develop that English knowledge and skill set? It basically came to you from the schooling, or did you take any efforts for?
No, I
these
don't.
things?
I don't think we have anyone. There are people who can take efforts.
No,
I
because
have not done that.
because many CAs have seen like they are not very fluent in English because reading habit should be there for becoming fluent in
No, I
English.
think it also has a lot to do with schooling, where you
Schooling
study.
and reading books, newspapers, which helped you more.
No, obviously it was the school. There's
School.
no two opinion about that. There's
Okay.
no two opinion about that. The school's exam plus school plus the community where I lived. I lived in an industrial township where
So what was your school, sir?
I studied in Orissa. I wrote the ICSE exam,
Okay.
Indian Certificate of Secondary Education.
Okay.
In the industrial township that I grew, you had people of different languages. So my neighbor, say, was a Bengali, his neighbor was a Odia, the guy next to him was a Marathi. So there were multiple languages that were spoken. And because multiple languages were spoken, the common language that people generally converse was either English or Hindi. Schools were very clear that you don't talk Hindi inside the
Regional
school,
language.
inside the school, and I think that's how it really developed.
Okay. So this reading books and reading newspapers you suggest for people
Of course, people should read books for the very simple
because
reason.
CA students reading the CA books itself they find it difficult during their period. So apart from that, if they want to study, what are your suggestions? What type of books or newspapers?
All right. No, that CA study is a very small period. No,
Correct.
Three and a
But
half years.
during that period only, we will develop more of our knowledge and skills during that period.
Okay, let me put it this way. Reading essentially needs to come while one is in school.
Okay.
While one is in school, I think the teachers have a responsibility to make students, boys and girls, read.
Okay.
I know today there is a greater challenge because of the emergence of technology, but nevertheless, if people can read, that's the best thing. Once somebody is hooked to reading, it would happen that even while he is studying his CA or even in his exam study holidays, he might pick up a Jeffrey Archer and read. Okay, but if someone has not read before, during CA, obviously, let's not say he should read, but post CA, I think people should start reading. They should read non-fiction. They should read biographies. They should read corporate stories because it opens up their insights to what happens in the corporate world. It also shows them, biographies, for example, shows them how things are.
Example.
Yeah. For example, you cannot sit and have a chat with a man like Bill Gates or a man or someone like Dr. Kalam. But when you read Bill Gates' Road Ahead or when you read Dr. Kalam's autobiographies, you realize what was the life that they read, what was in their head, what thoughts went in. And the good thing is that almost everybody wants to write.
Correct.
No big guy in corporate India wants not to write. He wants his story to be told. And therefore, I think it is good that people read. You get a lot of ideas. And you also, that way you become that much more polished when you interact with people.
Okay. So coming back to your book, so you have written some biographies, and I think the hit book was Tech Phoenix.
Yeah.
So can you please explain about that book, sir?
Tech Phoenix is essentially a story about how Satyam was turned around in 100 days. It's a book that I wrote along with Mr. T.N. Manoharan. Mr. Manoharan was one of the board members
Yeah, he was
who
involved in the case.
was nominated by the government. I was very clear in my mind that no, pre Ramalinga Raju's confession, people will remember that part because he had Mr. Raju had really built that company, and it was one of the shining outposts of India's outsourcing story. I also was clear that post Anand Mahindra taking over, and since that had already caught up, I knew people will know that. They will always talk about it. But I genuinely felt that 100 days when these gentlemen did a turnaround operation will get forgotten. I give a parallel. I'll give that parallel here also. If somebody is going through, let's say, a heart surgery, people will talk about how he was before. People will talk about how he is wonderfully well after.
Post.
But that 1 week or 10 days when the surgeons work on him will be forgotten.
Correct.
And I think these 6 gentlemen have actually done an outstanding job. There is absolutely no denying about it. And I was very keen it must be written. So Mr. Manoharan, of course, was also keen. And that is how it happened.
Okay, so another book you recently released was a biography. So on some industrialist, AVS.
This is Dr. AVS Raju. Dr. Raju is the chairman emeritus of Nagarjuna Construction Company, which is called NCC Limited. His has been a remarkable story. I'll try to send a copy of that book to you. Read that. It talks about how a man from typical middle class background all by himself rises to build one of the largest companies in the private sector. And there are some challenges that he faces, both at the work front, at the personal level, he overcomes all that. And we had a release in Hyderabad, very well attended. That literally speaks about how much he's admired in that city. About 800 people had turned up for a launch, and the former vice president, Mr. Venkaiah Naidu, released it. So that's a lovely thing. But I would only say that people actually don't write biographies. No, in the sense that I don't believe that one writes a biography. I believe that you just borrow somebody's story, add interest to it, and release it. So it is about how you can make an entirely good existing story wonderfully well.
Yeah. So how do you coordinate for their stories, sir? So practically it would be difficult.
No, it's not like that. Some of these stories are requested from their side. For example, if somebody is running an industry, he is in his later years, post 70s, the children want that his legacy should not be forgotten. So some stories come like that. Many of them come like that. And there are some cases where one proactively approaches through people as to why a story. You. These are cases where they contacted me. And I had the advantage because I had written earlier another biography of the former deputy managing director of Larsen and Toubro. They were the people who actually referred me to them. And in between, I had written a lot of bio sketches along with Mr. Shivakumar in a series of books called Nightingales, which documented women's CAs, and Flying High, which documented men's CAs. Because I told Mr. Shivakumar that the stories of IIT IIMs are very well documented. We have some outstanding people in CA whose story is not documented, and that also ultimately helped in picking up engagements.
Okay. So how long you will take, sir, to write a book? It depends upon the book what you write, or?
No, I think it is reasonable to, like I said earlier, I have a team of people who help me
now you
out.
have a team, okay.
Team of people, they are not full-time people, they are more largely CA people plus people who are interested in writing. There are about 35 of them on a very informal network. So when I want to write, I put up asking who can help out. So some of them do the basic research. Today, it is easy to write a book within a year. 6 months to a year is what it should take.
As you said, you have to read a lot of books. because now the chat GPT and other AI tools have come. Even drafting a mail, I don't think people are doing by themselves. They just give the inputs, they get the letter drafted by chat GPT or some AI tool. So this makes the language skill even more worse for the generations. So do you think that way, or how do you think, sir?
That's a
Because
good
even
question.
for the reply drafting, I say, because we used to write with our own English skills, but when you give an input to a AI tool, it gives us a reply draft within a second.
No, that's a good question. Actually, that's the thing that everybody talks about. I want to look at it a little differently, though I understand that compared to the examples that I give you, this one is a little different, but nevertheless, for example, today nobody remembers telephone numbers.
Correct.
The only numbers that they remember are possibly their own and their spouses. Nobody remembers telephone numbers. Nothing has happened because of that. Today, anybody and everybody uses a calculator, including multiplying 7 with 10. People pick up a calculator and do. And nothing has killed it. Today, for example, when you travel, you don't ask anybody directions. You just put the Google map on,
Yes.
and therefore you have forgotten a sense of direction. The view that I would like to carry is that every generation faces what can be called a disruption. And there are two things that one can do. One can just moan about the disruption, say, oh, this is bad, or this is killing this is killing that. The other way to see is how to make the best use of that disruption that is happening there. For example, anybody who is a writer worth his salt will not want ChatGPT to write for him.
Correct.
Or for her. For example, there is a tool called Grammarly, which is there, at least I've been using since 2014. It cleans up grammar in an immensely wonderful way. Okay. So I think people should use the AI tool to clean things up, your punctuation, maybe the odd grammar, etc. But for example, when it comes to email writing, if it is a low value job, it is good to ask ChatGPT to do it, and then you read it, and then you improve
Yeah, we
upon
have to
it.
read once.
You have to improve upon it. And ChatGPT is a great tool largely because otherwise you have to depend on others who work with you. Today, you can do without them.
So you have to use it in a wiser way.
You have to use in a wiser way. That's
Correct.
right.
Correct. So when I called, initially I called MP Vijay Kumar sir for interview, and without any hesitant, he told your name. Like, you both are friends for a long time. So how is your relationship and bond still going on, sir, with MPV? So
How is it going on, or why is it going on?
no, how is it going on? Because he didn't even think for a second, and he gave you, because I didn't have your number personally. I only had his number. So, but he didn't ask you. He just gave your number, and he told you can just
No,
contact.
we have come a long way. No, we as you know, we taught together.
Together, yeah.
Therefore, the bonding has been from then. It is not that we were childhood friends. It is just that we came together at that particular point in time. And I've always thought that behind every great teacher there is a great friend. It depends on how you work. If you set aside territories, if you set aside ego, if there is a lot of element of give and take,
Yeah.
that which is true of any relationship. And personally, I think he is an individual who is extremely matured and who has some qualities that I think people should possess, which is not something many people possess. That is how it is, I think, stayed.
Because it is
not
very
that
difficult to see such a kind of relationship now, because more of a competition or more of
no, that's what I'm saying. If you look at these are competition for us, the great advantage was that all of us there. I'm not saying that for effect. All of us there looked at it only as a hobby. That is why it did not matter how many students were there in the classroom. Maybe today when I say that, people will not agree or not believe, but that is how it really was. So like I was trying to say, it is not that we call up every other day. It's
It is
not
not
that
like
way at all. But if you call up even after 6 months or 8 months or 3 months, the conversation will begin from there.
Okay.
So that's how it is. So I
So
don't think I
we
can
would
really
like to
add
see
on.
such kind of relationship.
No,
in
they
yourself.
will be there. There are there.
No, we are seeing you for so many years. So the relationship is still maintained, and we are really happy to see that kind
That's
of.
good. That's good. Let the word go around.
Yes. Okay. So, with respect to new, like young chartered accountants, so they are really confused after CA whether to take a practice or whether to take an employment or whether to specialize something initially or specialize later. So, a lot of confusions because of social media. One thing is advantageous, another disadvantage thing is they get easily influenced by others. So if he is rich and if he is doing something better than me, why can't I try? So that is influence. That kind of influence is being got away by the students of recent Gen Z students. So what advice do you like to give for the younger chartered accountants?
First of all, if the Gen Zs are going to watch this, I'm not going to give a piece of advice at all. They'll say, oh, here is a boomer who is sitting out there throwing out some gyan. That apart, that said, I can talk from my
No,
experience.
personal experience, yeah.
I don't think that in the early years anybody really knows what he or she must
Yes.
do. I thought I had a very structured thinking, but no, my path never took the way that I thought it would. I was into a company, then I went to do practice. Today, if you talk to any of my friends who are in college, they won't even believe that this guy ever taught. So I think along the way you find something that works. And that is why when people say, no, I am passionate about this, I'm passionate about that, I want to do my passion, I don't buy into that. I don't think there is something called a passion and then you go and chase. I think you will have to find passion in what you do. If it has fallen on your lot to be in audit, you have to find passion in audit. You'll have to find how to make it more interesting for yourself. You'll have to learn that much more detailed, etc. That's point number one. Point number two is that people should be willing to experiment. It is not like, no, I joined a job, therefore I should stay with it. So they should experiment at different points in time. They should take risks. I would personally like to see people who are entrepreneurial. Entrepreneurial doesn't mean that they must start big industries, but I think they must be on their own in some form or other, which provides employment to a lot of people, etc. So in whatever one does, there must be complete sincerity. There must be deep focus in what is being done. And
The satisfaction should also be.
satisfaction, I think, would come if you do the right way. I'll give you one example. The day Sachin Tendulkar retired, a journalist asked him, what is now going to excite you? And he said, from tomorrow morning, I don't have to go to the gym.
Okay.
And the journalist was surprised. He said, tomorrow you don't have to go to the gym. All these 20, 25 years we were going there to stay fit. How can you say you don't want to go? He said, no, I never liked it. I went there because I had to go there. Okay. Behind such a glamorous player, no, extremely successful, he has done things that he does not like, that may not be close to his heart. Success from outside looks very big.
Correct.
But behind every success, if you look at it, there is extraordinary amount of work that goes in. Whether you are a Shah Rukh Khan or whether you are a Virat Kohli or whether you are a whatever, we only see those awards, we only see those prize functions, the amount of money that they make. But the successful guys are all people who have put their heart and soul into work. There are distractions for everybody, but they have stayed focused on their work.
True.
And that is what I think the younger generation should also do. Because for them, the distractions are that much more.
Yeah. So when I saw your LinkedIn profile, I saw you are a CA, CS and ICWA. So you are a triplet, sir?
Because the moment somebody says triplet, no, I think of a father who has three identical looking children. So from that standpoint,
no, because many people after their name, they will keep adding their qualifications. But I haven't seen your card or...
no, I think early days one is excited about, maybe excited about all that because no, it gives you a sense of achievement. All said and done, doing one, many have found it difficult. But my generation was a generation that did multiple qualifications. Maybe because we did not know what will work.
Okay.
Maybe because we did not know, or maybe because we thought, okay, if I don't pass CA, I might pass ICW like that. Whatever it is. So that's primarily the reason I really don't go put out.
Okay. So, but still that thinking is going on with the students, because if I don't pass CA, I will take CMA, and they have another degree being studied along with CA. So, what do you think about that?
No, it is good, yeah.
Good or-
Any exam writing is good because any exam pushes you to focus. And I think it is not just at that particular point in time. On a continuous basis, people have to learn. All the more with AI coming in, so many jobs are going to get smoked out. So if somebody thinks, no, I studied this, that is what is going to help, it's not going to work. At every stage of life, I think people have to learn things that are new.
So, it is good that if we have another qualification.
It is good in the sense it means that this guy is having the mindset to put in effort.
But my question is, when a person who is studying CA takes CMA, I think automatically he will leave CA if he passes with CMA or CS.
I don't think so. Okay. One. Two is that if he leaves CA is not going to get the poorer because of that. So I don't think people who do CA would want to leave that and go for a CMA.
So when they really want to become a CA, they will not leave that.
No, I won't even say that. I think they do because that's the age when people like to study.
Okay.
And all said and done,
An
today
adventure on various courses.
That is one. But today, for example, there are so many CAs. Today, the pass outs are so much more than how it was many years ago. So if you have a second or a third qualification, maybe you stand out in the crowd. In the CVs, that looks better. But I would still say to do a CMA along with CA may not make much sense. Along with a CA, one should do possibly a CISA, or do a CFE or a CFP, something which is not
unique.
Something which is unique and adds variety to his kind of work.
Okay. So when you practice, you tell, or even when
even if you go to industry, but I don't want people to get confused because of this. Anything
because
that
many
people want
people
to
are
learn.
confused when they come to practice. Should I do any certification course or any?
No, I think they should do certification courses. I don't think there should be confusion in that, because certification courses ensure that you're on top of the subject. And anyone who thinks that CA qualification is not the end of study, I think that guy is destined to do well. If he thinks
for more specializations.
Could be specialization, could be anything.
Okay.
Could be anything. For example, if somebody does forensic in accounting,
forensic accounting.
If I, as an entrepreneur, want forensic to be done, I would naturally like to see a CA who's done forensic if I want to engage him.
So as you said, you were doing some valuation, sir.
Correct.
So did you do any separate qualifications?
No, I didn't write the valuation exam. I didn't write the valuation exam, largely because I didn't want to go and sit there and write an exam.
But it naturally came for you?
No. There is a difference.
Okay.
Valuation has always been part of a program that any chartered accountant can and does.
Correct.
And like I told you earlier, finance was something that I at some level deeply understood. So I did not think that I should now go and study that course and subject myself to an exam. Although I did go and attend that 50-hour class. But I didn't want to ultimately write the exam, because in any case I had made up my mind that I'm not going to sign reports. So that is where it stands.
Okay. So what do you do during your personal time, sir? Self-time?
All time is personal. All time is available to me.
Okay. Generally, what is your...
No, today, for example, I write.
Okay.
I go speak in places. I do the odd valuation support for people. I play
So
pickleball.
currently you are into? Like currently
Specific thing?
Yeah. You are still a partner in...
Yeah, I'm still a partner there. I'm still a partner there. I possibly, while I don't do actual signing, I'm still a partner there. I'm active in the areas that I suggested, valuation, growth, etc. But like I indicated almost 20 years back, I thought, no, I should step back. Today I do, especially after COVID, or maybe from 18 or so, I have focused largely on writing.
Okay.
I have focused on going and speaking in public wherever an invitation to speak comes.
So any specific topics, sir, while you're speaking?
I have generally stayed away from speaking technical topics even
Okay.
during the heydays. Even at conferences at SICASA or SIRC, when they call, I try to see that I speak a non-technical subject.
Okay.
Some of the topics that I have spoken, and the other thing is that I pick up a topic, I speak, then I try to make sure that I speak only that for the next 2 years.
Oh, okay.
Maybe 2-3 topics and speak only on that. I speak on a topic called, which topic title gets modified here and there, but about the 6 F's of happiness.
Okay.
Okay?
So more philosophical.
No, I won't say they are philosophical. None of them is philosophical.
Okay.
I'm actually speaking on that in Hyderabad on the 5th of this month. So if they shoot a video, I'll share with you.
Okay.
No philosophy there.
Okay.
They're all practical,
Okay.
something that people can practice. That was one topic. Then in the last 1.5 years, DC Jain and I have been speaking on ChatGPT.
Okay.
We must have spoken in about 100 places.
Oh.
Then I used to speak
The
on
speaking comes naturally for you, right, sir? So no.
No, I do prepare.
You prepare.
I do prepare, meaning first time around you need to prepare. Meaning it is not that I stand in front of a mirror and practice. That age is gone. Those days
That
are
was-
gone. But you need to prepare. I have always believed that the best extempore speeches are all prepared. People there think that, oh, they are speaking naturally. Bulk of that is prepared.
But some base preparation should
Has
be.
to be there. You can't just stand in front of people and say, okay, this is the first F of happiness. Here is an example. You'll have to ready that. And you would have readied that even when you prepare your PowerPoint, even when you search for your videos. And that is how it happens. I used to speak earlier on lessons. I'm not able to recall the phrase. It is about day-to-day things and what kind of management lessons can be picked from there.
Okay, okay.
So largely I've kept myself
So
to
mostly you are engaged with
non-technical.
speaking now. Speaking,
I
authoring.
speak maybe twice a month,
Okay.
and I sit and write.
And valuation things.
Valuation, I largely guide them. I don't do the original work. That is again over as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. So you have taught many students, like more than 10,000, I guess 10,000 students over past few decades. And
Actually, the number is about 76,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
More. That is why I told more than 10,000.
Yeah, correct.
So, what do you want, like, as your legacy to be left over to the students?
No, I personally think today nobody really can leave a legacy. In a fast-paced world, people forget very quickly. I don't know whether anybody today would even remember the name of a man who was a prime minister what should I say, before Dr. Manmohan Singh, say for example, or today's generation might even have forgotten Dr. Manmohan Singh. People have, I think, even forgotten Sachin Tendulkar. So I think it's very hard to leave a legacy of that kind. But I would like to think that people who have interacted with me, if they at any point in time think, yes, this guy made coming to the classroom joyful, or today say, oh, those classes were what shaped me to do many things in the future. What he said there resonates with me now. I think I'll be pretty contented. And to a large extent, many of those things have happened because, I'm sure it would have happened to many other people who even teach today. And that is what I think teaching really does. Now, for example, I don't think I've forgotten who was my teacher in class 1. I can reel out from 1 to 10 who were our teachers. Today, the biggest thing that I think happens to people who have really taught well is that you go anywhere, you run into them. You run into them on the streets of Delhi, or you run into them in an airport. Airport is at least more common. I, for example, had gone to a company in the Middle East. We were talking about doing a program for them. The CEO was saying, okay, from India, you guys have come, it's all right, fine, this, that. Suddenly one guy came from behind and he said, sir, what are you doing here?
Okay.
And the CEO asked him, do you know him? He asked him. He then said, this is this.
Okay.
So we are sending 40 people to attend your program.
Oh.
So
that
like
is
that
the reach, yeah.
Like that, there are many interactions that have taken place. I think those are very, very pleasant. They are not something, that's the kind of situation you won't get even if you're the CEO of a company.
Correct, true. So thank you so much, sir. We have a rapid fire questions. So 5 questions. You can just tell whatever is there in your
Sure.
mind. What is the biggest myth about CA?
Oh, that CA is very difficult is the biggest myth about it. There's no two opinion about that.
Okay.
It's actually very difficult to fail in CA.
Okay.
I know people won't like it. You can, if you want, cut it out later.
No.
The point is, it's very difficult to fail in CA.
Okay. Balance sheet or profit and loss account, which feels more like life?
Both of them. But ultimately, life requires balance.
Yeah.
Balance between life, between work, and between
Personal.
doing things personal. And many people learn that little quite late, and sometimes it turns out to be too late.
Correct. Writing a book or a report, which gives more satisfaction?
Oh, there's no two opinion about that. It's a book.
Okay. What inspired your first book? In one word.
The book, is it?
What
No,
inspired your first book? Can you please explain?
I can't say in one word. I'll say in a few words. I met a gentleman whom I interviewed because I was doing journalism then, part thing. And he said, why don't you write about our institute?
Okay.
That is how it triggered.
Okay. So writing happened then?
I won't say writing happened accidentally. The book writing happened accidentally.
Okay. So CA practice or writing book or pickleball?
What is the question?
What do you choose? CA practice or writing book or pickleball?
But if my partners in the firm listen, they'll be very, very angry. But I think today the priorities are pickleball, writing, and CA practice.
The reverse. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for your valuable time. You came to the show. I'm really happy for this, and I hope by seeing this video, many students and professions get the benefit.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So friends, இந்த எபிசோடில் ஐ திங்க் நீங்கள் நிறையா உங்களுக்கு ஐடியாஸ் கிடச்சிருக்கும். ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸாக இருக்கட்டும், இல்லை பிஸ்னஸ் பீப்புளாக இருக்கட்டும், இல்லை ஒரு காமன் வியூவராக இருக்கட்டும், ஏதாவது ஒரு பாயிண்ட் நீங்கள் எடுத்துனா கூட உங்களுக்கு அது வழியாக உங்களுக்கு பெனிஃபிட் கிடைக்கும். ஸோ கண்டிப்பாக இந்த வீடியோ ஃபுல்லாக பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா ஏதாவது ஒரு இன்புட் எடுத்துகிட்டு போகலாம். ஸோ தேங்க்யூ. Till such next video, signing off, Chat with Aarthi.